Hey fellow explorers, I just checked into Disney's Beach Club Resort in Orlando, Florida, here at Disney World. And in this video, I'm gonna show you everything you need to know if you're considering staying at this hotel. We're gonna take a look at the common areas of the hotel, what's right around the hotel, the inside of one of the rooms, this room, a king bedroom on the 4th floor, and then I'll end with my pros and cons, my overall assessment as to whether I would stay here again and whether you should consider staying here on your trip to Disney World in Florida. The Beach Club Resort is one of Disney's deluxe hotels located in the Epcot Resorts Area. It is about a 5-minute walk from the International Gateway entrance to Epcot, which means it's on the backside of the Epcot theme park. It shares a common set of amenities with the Yacht Club Resort. The Yacht Club is a little higher ended than the Beach Club. In this video, I'm going to show you all of the common amenities that are shared between the two hotels. Now, as you come into the Beach Club Resort, you come in from the circular drive, whereas there's the parking lot if you're driving here. Now, if you are parking is $25 a day for self-parking in this big lot, $33 a day if you're valet parking. Now, as you come in these doors, you come into the 2-story lobby that has a nautical beach club theme. The staff working here actually wears sailor outfits. To the right is the check-in desk. Just to the other side of the doors is the bell desk if you need to check your luggage. To one side of the lobby is the gift shop and market where you can get various sundries and food. Nice, it's open until 11 p.m. every night. On the other side of the lobby is the Cape May Buffet restaurant that does a buffet breakfast in the morning with characters that wander around, and in the evening it's a seafood buffet. Nothing served here for lunchtime. Going outside, the property has 3 small swimming pools that look like this, and at each of the pools there's guest laundry, which nice touch. They don't take quarters, they take credit cards. And then one huge swimming pool called Stormalong Bay, which looks like this. And Stormalong Bay is truly impressive because it has a sand bottom. Water slides, there's a bar on the side of it, there's a sandy beach on the other side of the walkway. This is a really impressive pool for adults and for kids. For the little ones, they had some really neat flotation devices and tons of lifeguards standing by on duty. Now, on the outside of the hotel, but facing Stormalong Bay, there's a little window that serves ice cream, standard ice cream for kids, also adult ice cream, 21 and up. It is the window of the Soda Shop Burger Restaurant. They sell burgers and shakes. Burgers here cost about $20. This restaurant was super popular the whole time I was staying here. Just next to the Soda Shop Burger Restaurant is a little arcade that was nicely appointed and had a lot of kids playing games. Just next to the arcade is a set of restrooms and showers. This is kind of nice. If you're using the pool, you can shower out here instead of your room, or if you've got a late flight, you can shower here before you leave back to the airport. There's a pretty good size and well-appointed fitness center that has windows to the outside that look out on Stormalong Bay. And now, continuing along the property, we're entering the common amenities in the Yacht Club section of the hotel, but again, these are open to all guests. This is the lobby for the Yacht Club. You can see similar layout as the Beach Club, a little bit darker and moodier of a vibe. Just off the lobby is the Ale and Compass restaurant. It also has an associated lounge for more casual eats. The highest end restaurant here is the Steakhouse, which had some pretty tasty looking steaks. It's also got its associated lounge next door. How much is a prime rib going to cost you at this lounge? $52, not cheap. And then just on the other side of the Yacht Club lobby is their gift shop and market. Pretty similar items over as the Beach Club, just a slightly different layout, and the t-shirts say Yacht Club instead of Beach Club. Now, if you're going to be staying here to go to the theme parks, outside they have bus transportation to most of the theme parks. To Epcot and Hollywood Studios, they have boat transportation from the boat dock that's just in front of the hotel. Although if you're going to Epcot, you might as well walk, but to Hollywood Studios, the boat transportation is convenient. The boat transportation will also take you to some of the other Epcot Resort hotels, including the Boardwalk, the Dolphin, and the Swan that are nearby along the same lake. The elevators are pretty neat because when they get to the guest room floors, they announce them in a Disney character voice. And heading up to the guest room floors, it continues that neat old school vibe with these old school lights on top and arches right here. Each floor does have ice machines, and now that we've seen everything around the hotel, let's check out the inside of one of the rooms. This is room 4727, a king bed room on the 4th floor. Come on in, let me show you around. As you come into the room, one of the first things you see a welcome on the television that says Rainy Family. That's what it looked like as soon as I got in here. That's a really nice touch. Looking over here at the bed, you'll see the room just has a very nice clean white tan brown aesthetic, but what have we got right here? We have got a Mickey made of towels on the bed, and well, I put this one right here, this first visit button, because it's my first visit to this hotel at least, and I picked that up at the front desk when they asked if it was my first time here. Nice little footstool there at the bottom. This room has 2 balconies. That one has almost no view. It looks out at the rooftops and the air conditioner, but this balcony right here looks out at the amazing swimming pool that you saw earlier, and then it looks out at the Boardwalk Hotel just off in the distance. And it's a little balcony, so is the other one. You're not really gonna sit or do much of anything on there other than look out and admire the view. Here is a little desk in the room with a nice mirror on top of it. There is power for your laptop, USB chargers. Interesting, not the chair, but what's interesting is there's also a roll-out table in here that you could use to maybe eat on, and then you could use that to work on so you don't get it messy. This is a connecting room, and they placed this little table in front of the connecting door, I think not to make it so obvious, look like a door. There is a small sofa here in the room, and this looks like it folds out to become a single bed. And it's even got instructions on it, which is pretty nice. The headboards right here also have power and USB. By the way, I like that there are no lamps on the side of the bed and very little stuff in this room for kids to get their hands and fingers into. Obviously, as Disney, they know there's a lot of kids and they'll be getting into stuff. Where stuff they might want to get into, the coffee machine, but it's really high up, so they can't get to it. There's a Keurig. This is an empty drawer. You can put some of your stuff in. Down here is a mini fridge that is empty just for you to put your stuff in it. I've got a few things in there already. This is the very large bathroom. I really like this big bathroom. 2 sinks right here, nice and bright. Big mirror. The closet is this kind of white painted thing that continues the beach theme. This is the extra pillow and blanket for the single sofa bed, and they kind of like lock it, you know, that you break it to open it so you know someone else didn't use it. I quite like that. All right, there's a lot of soaps in this room. I like this. There's facial soap, there's mouthwash, a vanity kit, cooling aloe gel to restore your moisture, shower cap, body lotion, and there's even a shaving kit in the room. That is nice. All right, and then this is the toilet part of the room. I like that it's also in a separate part of it so people can be using the sink and then the toilet and the bath. And it has a bathtub, nice tiled backsplash. Just a fixed head. Unfortunate that there's no handheld too, but then they also have a lot of amenities in here that all say they are sea salt and revitalizing, clearly because of the beach theme of this hotel. Now in October of 2022, when I filmed this video, they were only doing housekeeping service every other day, so all of the trash cans had a little bag on them that you could use to fill up with more trash, I guess, in case they haven't taken it out every day and it's overflowing for you. 2 more things I want to point out. One, above the coffee machine, this neat artwork here. It's Mickey and Minnie at the beach flying some kites. And underneath the television on top of this dresser is the remote control for the TV. I really like how they've wrapped this thing in saran wrap. This should totally be the new standard for hotel remote controls. And then when you do turn on the television, instead of a bunch of local channels first, it's a bunch of Disney channels first, because of course you're going to want to watch Disney Junior, Disney XD, ABC, all the things that are owned by Disney. Now, if you watch my hotel reviews regularly, you'll know it is time for the Topher review, where I rate hotels on a scale of 1 to 5 Tophers. So, How many Tophers does this hotel get as the fireworks are launched in the background? It gets 4.5 Tophers. So now I'll tell you the pros and the cons of why this hotel got 4.5 Tophers and why it didn't get 5 Tophers. By the way, I decided to come out to the pool to Storm a Long Bay to shoot this ending segment because you've already seen the room, so this is a little bit more interesting of a background with the fireworks. All right, pros. It's a great location, particularly if you're going to Epcot and Hollywood Studios, because you can walk to Epcot and the transport to Hollywood Studios is super easy. You can take the boat or you can walk and take the gondola to Hollywood Studios. What I also like, I just like the neighborhood here that it's in. You can walk to so many other hotels, to the Swan, to the Dolphin, to the Boardwalk. So when you come back to the hotel at the end of the day in the parks, there's lots to do right around here and eat right around here. You're not trapped in your hotel like you are if you're at some of the other far-flung Disney resorts. Now on to the room. The room, really nice, big room, well-appointed room. I had a corner room. I think that was kind of special. I like that they have balconies. Not all the rooms have such a small balcony. Some of the rooms have bigger balconies. And if you want to make sure you have one with 2 chairs, well, all of the ones in the Yacht Club seem to have 2 chairs, and then about half of them seem to actually have chairs here in the Beach Club. This pool, Storm a Long Bay, is also amazing. It's super neat that it has that sand bottom down on it, and it's also interesting, they don't do like key card access to the pool. Instead, there's people that stand at the gate, check your room card, and then give you one of these wristbands to show that you're official to be here in the public area or in the water. Now, I mentioned it's nice to stay here because you can walk to other hotels for amenities, but because this has 2 hotels, there's a lot of amenities, restaurants, markets in this hotel. I also like that the market was open until 11 p.m., so you can get any late night snacks that you want. Now, as a Disney resort property, it's super convenient if you're going to the other theme parks. If you're going to the Magic Kingdom, they provide buses that'll take you there. Same with Animal Kingdom. If you have a car, you can drive it to those 2 theme parks, and the parking fee that you pay here, $25, means you get to park at those other theme parks for free. You just show your room key to get into the parking lots and they let you in. But if you're going to the Magic Kingdom, I recommend you don't drive. Take the bus because it'll drop you off right in front. Otherwise, you got to park in this huge lot and still take a monorail to get to the Magic Kingdom. It's a little bit of a haze. Take the bus there. It's also super neat that you can see the fireworks from this hotel, and then the staff. I will say everybody who worked here was super friendly. The people who checked me in were super friendly. The bell desk was super friendly. So props to the crew. The crew, yeah, it's a ship, right? Or a beach club. So props to the crew here at the beach club. So now on to the cons. Why didn't it get 5 Tophers? Well, my biggest issue was that my room was kind of noisy. I mean, the room wasn't noisy. My neighbors were noisy. I don't know how, like, I don't want to pin it on my neighbors, but it was a connecting room and it faces the hallway. And so, you know, the thing about staying in a theme park hotel, people come back late from theme parks. They come back at 1 in the morning. That's when my neighbors are across the way, I don't know, came back, and it was just really loud, and I could hear them as if they were like in my room right next door. It only happened one night, but it was enough that I was like, I wish these rooms were insulated a little bit better. We recently stayed at the Fairmont Chateau in Whistler that we gave 5 Tophers, and that one I didn't hear a single sound coming out of the room. Like, they did a really good job soundproofing that, and so I wish Disney did a little bit better job on soundproofing this one. And I also wish the bathroom, although it was big, I wish that like the tub area had like a bigger soaking tub, and I wish it also had a handheld shower too. Oh, and just 2 more quick cons as I was checking out. 1, no clocks in the room, kind of weird. And 2, housekeeping only every 2nd day. Theme park hotel, you generate a lot of trash. It'd be nice to have that every day again. But now on the question of would I stay here again, I absolutely would, especially if I was going to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. It is super convenient. It's a super nice hotel. It's expensive. That's a con too. The going rates here are about $500 a night, so you need to moderate that for the convenience and the niceness of it. It is not cheap, though. There's more expensive hotels here at Disney World too. The Grand Floridian often runs in the $700 price range, and so the Yacht Club is also a little bit more because the rooms are bigger and they're nicer. Add another $100 or something if you want to stay at the Yacht Club with little bigger and nicer rooms. But I'd stay here again. I recommend the Yacht Club too because it has the same amenities, so I recommend it to you. And by by the way, if you are coming to Disney World, you might enjoy some more of my Disney World videos, including things to know when you're staying here, walking tours of Disney Springs, and more. So fellow explorers, as usual, I won't say goodbye because I'm going to see you in one of these videos. You'll also find links in the description below.